Hey guys, it's Sean O'Connell, the managing editor here at CinemaBlend, still in Las Vegas, where we are reporting from CinemaCon 2021, a celebration of going back to the movie theaters. We came out of the Paramount Pictures panel today, and in my opinion, they have won the week. They brought some of the best footage that I've seen so far, including a behind-the-scenes featurette on Mission Impossible 7, which we will have a video for on our site. Make sure you check it out. And they showed us the first 15 minutes of the anticipated Tom Cruise sequel, Top Gun Maverick. So this goes without saying, I'm going to get into spoilers for the first 15 minutes of Top Gun Maverick. If you do not want to know anything about how the movie opens, this is your chance to get out of the video right now. But if you're curious to see how it plays, keep watching the video, and I'll tell you all about Top Gun Maverick. So we essentially get the title card where they talk about the flight school, where the top 1% of Navy aviators, that's not easy to say, go. And it has an official title, but the pilots who are involved in it refer to it as Top Gun. Then we get the montage that's very similar to the way that the first movie opens, which is the pilots and their crews getting these planes ready to take off from the massive ships out in the ocean where the planes are able to launch from. It plays behind the Top Gun theme song, the classic Top Gun theme song, which everybody knows, and my cameraman will tell you I was whistling right before we recorded this video. It's hard not to get it out of your head once you hear it.
Sing it now.
And then once the planes get into the air, we launch into Kenny Loggins' classic song, Danger Zone. So it's telling you, yes, we know who the audience for Top Gun Maverick is. We know that it's the vintage people who loved the first movie. But when we get into the main part of the story, it goes to show that they are updating it for a modern time. We immediately transition to the Mojave Desert, where Pete Maverick Mitchell, played by Tom Cruise from the original movie, is working on an old plane, and we get to scan his workshop where he's plenty of photos of his co-pilot Goose, who passed away in the first movie. And eventually he points at a calendar where it says Mach 9 on the date, pulls the cover off of his motorcycle, and off he goes racing into the desert. Turns out that he's going to be doing a test run on an experimental plane that's supposed to reach the Mach 9 speed, which is faster than anybody has gone before in an aircraft of this shape and design. Well, once Maverick arrives at the test site, he's told that the whole program is going to get scrapped. The government doesn't want anybody to be able to go Mach 9. They want to go Mach 10, and they don't think that he can even get there, so they're going to stop the funding. Well, Maverick, being Maverick and realizing that he's not going to play by the rules, is part of the reason why we love this character, he basically says, well, the admiral who's shutting us down isn't here yet, so let's go ahead and try to do this anyway. If they want Mach 10, we're going to give them Mach 10, is what Maverick says. So as he's getting into the plane and as his crew is helping him take off, the admiral shows up, but Maverick takes off. We watch him get up to a top speed as he's going, and Joseph Kosinski, who's the director who's taking over for the late Tony Scott, does an incredible job of capturing practical aerial photography. It literally, because I'm convinced that it is Tom Cruise in the cockpit of this plane, Kosinski figures out really amazing ways to get outside of the plane, inside of the cockpit, to really capture the speed that he's going through. And you know what's going to happen. You know that Maverick's going to get to Mach 10. So he gets to 7, he gets to 8. We cut to the control tower where his team is sort of, coaxing him on. The Admiral, who's played by Ed Harris, who's perfectly cast to be the Admiral, is, annoyed beyond belief, but is also complimenting Maverick for having a huge set of balls for even trying this. Maverick gets to Mach 10, as we expect him to. And in a really funny beat, one of his colleagues is like, oh no, Maverick, don't do it. Well, of course, Maverick's going to try to go a little bit faster than Mach 10. So he edges the stick forward a tad. He gets to 10.1, he gets to 10.2, and then the craft can't handle it anymore. It starts to shake apart. It's getting too hot outside. He's rocketing through the stratosphere, essentially, and the plane comes apart. The footage ends, the first 15 minutes ends on a hilarious beat where we go to a desert, in the middle of the desert, there's a diner where people are eating. Maverick comes in, he's totally covered in dirt and dust and grit. His hair is completely at the top of it, with all this dust through it. He walks over to a table, he picks up a glass of water, and he chugs it all down, puts it down. All eyes in the diner are on him at this point. He looks around and he goes, "Where am I?" And this little boy looks up at him and he says, "Earth?" And it goes to black. Terrific ending. Such a great way to launch the first 15 minutes of this movie. Because what it says is, it has the right amount of nostalgia, but it really is bringing the story into the modern day and showing us where Maverick would be at this time the sequel come around. He hasn't changed a bit. He still has that wild card mentality about him. We got to see the new trailer, and it's basically setting up the fact that Maverick is going to have to become an instructor for this new class of Top Gun recruits, played by Miles Teller, is one of the biggest names who's going to be showing up in this new batch of recruits, and Maverick is going to get them ready for battle, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But I thought Kaczynski did an amazing job with this footage. Looked very practical, looked very edge of your seat. Cruise is Cruise. I mean, he's essentially one of the last great cinematic gods we have at this point now. And I was excited for Top Gun Maverick. I thought it was going to be kind of a fun little throwback, but after seeing how this footage plays, I cannot wait for this movie to hit theaters. Like, now I am really, really fired up to see how it plays. So it'll be in theaters in November. We'll have plenty more coverage about Top Gun Maverick as we get closer to the release date, and all of our CinemaCon footage is still here on CinemaBlend for you guys to go back through, so make sure you don't miss any of it.